Support for Cinema Classics comes from Film Columbus, enriching our community to make Columbus a destination for film education, exhibition, and production. Learn more at filmcolumbus.com. Cinema Classics is produced by John DeSando and Johnny DiLoretto. Listen to shows every Thursday at 8:01 p.m. and full shows online at WCBE.org. I'm John DeSando.
And I'm Johnny DiLoretto.
And this is Cinema Classics.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
what else would it be?
All right. One of the... I saw Can You Ever Forgive Me? This stars Melissa McCarthy.
Yes.
And
I was supposed to be good, right? Was it?
Yeah, it was very good. And what I thought we might discuss is Melissa McCarthy.
Okay.
You know, I mean, she's the reason to see the film, and she's a good reason to. She plays a serious role with a little bit of comedic element. She plays a real-life Lee Israel, who was a literary forger.
Interesting. We just had a private conversation the other day, a personal conversation rather, about Steve Carell, Robin Williams, about comic performers who do a dramatic turn.
Very good.
How does she hold up?
She holds up very well. And she holds up for me much better than any of the actors that you have mentioned.
What about Jim Carrey in a dramatic role? What do you think? Why didn't we mention him the other day?
I don't know. That's a good question. Yeah, I don't really know because I always, even in his dramatic roles, I see his comedic side always there. He always wants to mug whether he doesn't or not. You just feel like he's ready to go.
Yeah, right.
Whereas with her, I don't find her always ready to be explosive as she usually is.
Okay.
And so how do you feel about her? I mean, I know you haven't seen this current film.
No, I haven't. And I'll tell you what, I'm woefully unprepared for this conversation.
Okay.
Because I've seen, I think, so few of her films. I mean, a handful of them.
Yeah.
Now, despite that, I really enjoy her. I think she's great.
What is it? What do you appreciate about her?
Her timing, I guess. Her timing is really impeccable. Her improvisational ability.
Right.
She does a lot of great ad-libbing. You can tell, you can feel it.
Yes.
And, really great comic performances are often in the reactions, to other people, what's happening around them. And her reactions to the world around her are pretty phenomenal. She was in that terrible film recently, Happy Time Murders.
Right.
I walked out of that movie.
And I can't understand that, and that's probably for another time. I thought it was very funny blowing puppets apart.
I got it. It was terrible.
I know it, and I can't understand.
But I remember one of the only times I laughed in it was her. One of the two times I got a chuckle out of it was her reactions to a couple of the situations with the puppets.
Right.
The way she responded to them, that was very funny.
There was an extended ejaculation.
Yes,
scene,
I saw that.
and that was distasteful.
Yeah.
It wasn't even fun. It was.
It's one of those things that was supposed to be funny by going on so long.
Yes. And then, anyway, all right. I thought that when she took the role in Identity Theft, that she might be on her way. That was something a little more serious, where she was.
Was it?
Yeah, she was stealing Jason.
See, now, I'm a huge fan of his, and a fan of hers. I should see that
Jason
movie.
Bateman.
Yeah. Identity Theft.
And there were, of course, comedic moments, but it's essentially a very serious business. She is ransacking his credit cards, and she has to come to terms with that because she meets him and they establish a relationship. Anyway, I thought that was getting a little more serious, still comedic.
Yeah.
And naturally, Bridesmaids was her defining role.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah, of course I've seen that.
Yeah.
Oh, and I saw the what was the one, the spy movie?
Yeah, Spy.
It's called Spy.
Yeah,
Just Spy.
yeah.
Memorable title. They really, went to the old drawing board on that one, huh?
Yeah, and that wasn't quite so funny
I remember Jason Statham being the funniest
I love it. Oh, right. Okay.
element of that.
Thank you for remembering that. I love that.
So what about you? What is it? I talked about her timing, her improvisation. What about her is so brilliantly funny to you?
For me, I take their ability to do comedy, even stand-up comedy. This is what they do.
Mm-hmm.
I accept that.
Yeah.
For her, there is something so charming in her personality. And again, I'm not sure. She went to actor studio, so she knows how to act.
Yeah.
But as in always, there's something about the essence of her that I really like. When her dimple shows, and she's just kind of laughing at you, and she's laughing at her situation. I like that a lot, and I suspect that's the way that's what I would like if she weren't acting. If she were just sitting here, that's what I'd like. There's a spontaneous, underneath recognition that all of what we do is BS, and that she can turn it on or off as she goes along.
I was going to say, it's funny. It just occurred to me. I have seen her in a dramatic performance before. Again, relatively more dramatic. St. Vincent.
Yeah.
With Bill Murray. And her role is definitely not overtly comic. Anything comedic that comes out of that situation is behavioral.
She plays the neighbor or something.
She plays the neighbor, the single mom.
Yeah.
Dealing with the kid.
Choice.
And Bill Murray reluctantly takes the kid under his wing. They become friends. Also, really understated, kind of nice little movie. Never achieves anything really, remarkably poignant, but a nice, sweet little movie, and she's very solid in it.
Yeah. She has a similar role for me in Life of the Party, which came out recently.
Yeah.
In which her daughter is going off to college, and her husband has left her, and she's going to go to college herself.
Yeah.
So
that's not overt. That's not an out-and-out farce.
No, it's not. And that's one of the things I liked about it. It didn't do well.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be like Back to School, Rodney Dangerfield.
Exactly, and it's not. She plays more of a concerned mother for her daughter, and yet, of course, she ingratiates herself with the sorority girls.
Yeah.
And she becomes their star, and it's really cute. But again, there's nothing really of the Bridesmaids level in that.
Yeah.
So I could feel her going to where she is now with Can You Ever Forgive Me? And I find the transition very easy. I find, unlike Robin Williams and others we have talked about, I don't find her forcing seriousness.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I did. That's great, because that's exactly what happened when I was watching St. Vincent. I never felt that weird. She's pushing. She's uncomfortable. Or her, even just her regular mannerisms didn't seem ready to tip over into, being too much or.
And you're reminding me that even in Ghostbusters, where she has these Kristen Wiig types with her, she's underdoing it. She's underplaying it. And
that's funny. See, boy, I did not like that movie.
Well, I'm not saying it was a great movie.
No, I know.
But her role,
I totally forgot about it.
Yeah, her role.
Being such a big movie.
All right, I can see that our very big time guest for our show is here.
What?
Yeah, so.
I really enjoy her.
Yeah.
She is one of our great contemporary comic performers.
Yes.
So I really need to see more of these movies, I guess.
We'll see more of her.
More of her, yeah. Identity theft. I'm taking a page out of your book. I'm going to see that movie.
Okay.